So yes, I am gonna have to I'm gonna have to explain this. Yes, I am Buddha. Okay, I am Yahweh. I am Allah. I am Brahma. I'm Jesus Christ, and that's not just in my mind. That's the reality. I do recall the experience of being these beings when those particular sectors of my being were created. I remember having had to starve as Buddha, as a prince of a kingdom, a South Asian kingdom. Actually, it was a Southeast Asian kingdom. For the most part, South Asian kingdom. I went on a trek. I went on some sort of a trial, some sort of trial and tribulation, some sort of right, and I accepted it before entering into this world. It was after my life as Julius Caesar, after my life as Jesus Christ and Julius Caesar. I finished up the second half of that particular rite. Honestly, it was just about 2-3 years of preaching, studying in tent camps all over my particular kingdom. I grew my hair out. I starved. I ate about a meal or two a day, and eventually got to 2 to 3 meals a day. I starved, and then when the rite came to an end, it was coming to an end. I put on a lot of weight. I put on a lot of weight to cover up the misery that I went through over those 2 or 3 years, just to cover up what I went through as Jesus Christ over a 15-year period, and the happiness I experienced as Jesus Christ in Nazareth, and the happiness I experienced as Julius Caesar after resurrected and receiving my body under the alias of Titus Caesar and then Julius Caesar. I had it was a formidable experience as Julius Caesar. We created the Roman Empire. It was no longer Rome and colonies, city-state colonies all over the Mediterranean. It became a bona fide Holy Roman Empire, and we lie in the history books about when the Holy Roman Empire began, and when the Roman Empire began. It was a Holy Roman Empire from the get-go. It became nominal Holy Roman Empire with me as King Charlemagne when I created the Holy Roman Empire later on, nominally and officially. Okay. So yeah. So I did. The rite as Buddha was honestly this. I negotiated with my father how I would go through this rite and how I would receive information from heaven, information that I do naturally know when I'm in nirvana, when I'm in heaven, and that's peculiar to me myself in being big brother over the high universe and being God over this universe. I'm the eldest child of the God of the high universe, Jehovah the Father, and I became by per inheritance, per the hell that I went through over 1,500,000 years, the only one who was commended and denoted and automated as becoming the only anointed son of Jehovah the Father, and thus my original colony within the high universe was given the right and power to separate from my father's universe, my original home universe, into a new universe. So I created a new universe, this particular universe. I am from the higher universe, and so forth. So I have information designated to me. I'm connected to a computer program that's macroscopic, and it's only designated for me. I'm the only person who is God. That computer program is connected to all of the universes, trillions of years old, eons of trillions of years old, and therefore I'm all-knowing when I'm in nirvana with my dad and my uncles. Each is God over his own respective universe, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and this and this and that. Okay, so we are the firstborn souls and the sacrificial lambs of our respective universe, each of us. Okay, so I covered it up as Christ on the cross in Calvary. All right, but anyway, I got to the point of having all revealed to me regarding nirvana. I covered up nirvana actually being the fourth dimension, with nirvana representing perfect enlightenment, and that's part of being of the fourth dimension or the third dimension, evolving into popular nirvana, becoming fourth dimension incognito itself. Okay, and that's when we get to the fifth dimension, when popular nirvana becomes of the fourth dimension. Becomes when the third dimension becomes of the fourth dimension. Okay, so there's a fifth dimension, and it's a governorship over the multiverses by me, my father, my grandfather, my uncles, and so forth. We're going to govern the multiverses, the existence zone. We're going to protect our civilizations, our universal civilizations, as a collective, as a confederation of universes. And I'm going to remain God over my universe, big brother over my original universe, and so my father has the same privilege regarding his original universe and his respective universe, and this and that. Okay, we've gone to a lot of pain and sacrificed so much for humanity to be able to be preserved regarding humanity's soul and eventually immortality and eventually uninterrupted happiness. But anyway, okay, so as Buddha, everything was revealed to me within the human condition. Okay, with agents always around, making sure that they don't get in trouble by allowing me to die or this and this. So they always made sure that I did not die, that I would be able to survive. And when the time was right, they were told, okay, he's not saying that he wants to be poor in this life. He's not here to sacrifice in that sort of way. He sacrificed for the sake of Asia as Buddha, and corresponding with his other manifestations as God. And bring him back to his kingdom. His father is awaiting him. He'll be crowned king, and now we do have a and at that point, what they explained to the agents is that we do have a confederation of South and East Asia now, and Buddhism will be the religion, the chief religion of East Asia, for the most part. And my role as Brahma over Hinduism was preserved, and my humility as Confucius in China allowed me to not feel abhorrent to my core being or to my civilization or to my father and my uncles and so forth, in not pronouncing as Buddha that God exists. I was just being completely humble. I was saying, whatever you believe, if you don't believe that God exists, believe in doing the right thing and gaining enlightenment. Okay, and as Confucius, what I explained is that even though if you refuse to believe that God exists, a singular God exists, or a collective God exists, at least believe in this. Believe in logic, believe in studying ethics, believe in a due process, and this and that. That's what I communicated as Confucius. Okay, I covered up being Jesus Christ as Confucius and having disciples and so forth. Okay, I am not a prophet at all by any means. I'm only a prophet per assignment on behalf of my father. I've only been a prophet on behalf of my father at times, but I'm not a prophet at all. I am honestly God over this universe. I want everyone to be completely understanding of this. We have a lot of work to get done. And yes, the Caribbean community will not be dissolved, and the member states within the Caribbean community will remain independent and sovereign, and within the Organization of American States, within CARICOM, and so that ought to be understood. CARICOM will evolve into becoming the lead political caucus of the General Assembly of the Americas, the GAA, which is going to be transformed, which is going to be incepted with the EAA. In 2025, the Organization of American States General Assembly will become the General Assembly of the Americas, and it will be able to pass law, continental law, over each and every one of the member states of the Organization of American States. ASEAN will develop a continental, a regional parliament, and it'll become nominal of value, quality, and operative status. It'll no longer be illusory, and it will become the lead political caucus of the future. We are negotiating the future parliament of the Asia Pacific. Okay, the parliament of the Asia Pacific is going to be a core and fundamental organ branch, naturally, of the future Union of Asia, of the Asia Pacific, or Asia Pacific Union. Okay, so I just had to mention that, and once again, the Free Trade and Economic Agreement of the Americas will be called the EAA.